Okay, welcome to the barn. This is the kiln, opening up the kiln and seeing the results of the last kiln firing. It's my pottery hobby I do, for everyone that's not seen the videos before. This is a nice one that came out of the kiln. I tried to do a wood ash blown onto it to give me that effect, so I don't give just a plain kiln clay effect. And this is a wood ash glaze, and it's gone blue on the inside on the furring rings. I don't know if you can see that. So that came out quite nice. Nice little vase, or vase, depending on what country you're from. And this is some other stuff. This is a nice little pot that came out of the kiln. This is a sign of what happens with different temperatures in the kiln. This is where the flame has hit it, and it's gone more yellowy. This was actually on a shelf above because I didn't fire them together, and it's gone green. And if I swing it around this way, it's more green on that side. So this is a little fun pot, a little coffee pot maybe. So that's that. This is the same glaze done further down in the kiln, where it's gone more of a yellow on that side and green on that side. And this is glauconite painted on to the rim, also called green sand, just painted on in a wet watery form. And that's a glaze. This glaze here is a new glaze I made up, and this is the glaze recipe on the side of the jar here. It's one that Leach had on his last YouTube video. Don't film the top's something else. It's written on the side there. Okay, this is a bowl Christopher made. Quite nice. He made it, and we trimmed it and fired it, and it came out quite nice. Wood ash on the outside to sort of darken it, and it's a wood ash glaze on the inside too. Mixture, well, they're all cone 10. Well, this is the temperature they went to. This is cone 9, cone 10 and cone 11, and that's the temperature we go up to in the kiln. It's about 2300 degrees, 2320 I think I went to. Although that's the temperature of cone 10 is actually higher than that. That's the cones were bending, and it was about 9 hours and 40 minutes on the firing. 2300 degrees in centigrade is 1260. So I went to about 1280, between 1280 and 1260. Some other things out here. It's a nice little pot. I tried to use again that glauconite sand that we picked up in France last year, and a wood ash glaze on the top. Came out quite nice. That mug came quite nice. That's bluestone glaze. I tried to water it down a little bit this time, so it's not so thick. That came out a little bit better. Quite a nice little mug. This is a glaze made from bluestone and wood ash mixed together, and you get the blue in the center, and it's quite nice. Came out quite well. Again, I was trying with the wood ash to try and get the clay color to look a little better. This is what Emily calls the thumbprint on the bottom. I used a twist wire to cut it off, so it gives a much more ridging effect. And again, that's white with glauconite and a Hakami brush mixed into it. Here's some weird and wonderful things. So I was just playing around to see what would happen. It's a nice big old jug, and I made a red slip from some terracotta clay, and then wiggled my finger through it as it's spinning in the lathe. Here I think I used my fingernail to really cut into it. And the same up here, and came out quite interesting. Same thing again. That was bluestone. This is wood ash, just plain wood ash. Some neat mugs. This is copper oxide mixed with a little bit of manganese oxide. I always get those two mixed up. And I used a little wheel to make marks around there. Where's one of those teeth? There, here we go. This is made from a watch wheel. A load of pocket watch barrel wheels on a piece of wire, spun around, and it gives like a textured effect. It's quite fun. It's my day job. It fits coming into my hobby, as I'm a watchmaker as a day job and potter as a hobby. So what else do we need? This is the kiln that it was in. So swing to the kiln. Okay, and the kiln is a converted kiln. It used to be an updraft, and we plugged the hole and put this wall in and turned it into a downdraft. And this actually would go into the light with this. Come out into the light, not just to. Okay, here we go. This was at the bottom of the kiln more, and it got a more reduction, and it's the same glaze as this one. Well, this is at the top of the kiln where it didn't get much reduction. This is Leach's Celadon glaze that we just showed you on the side of the packet. This is just white clay. I'm not really happy with the white clay. Again, I used the wire, so it gives this a pattern when I cut it off. But it's got like a speckled effect. I don't know if you can see that. And that's the same glaze, just higher up in the kiln. Being the fact that the bowl might have done that too. A little bit, it gets a different temperature because the bowl heats up on the inside. Okay, we're going back. Everyone getting dizzy? Where's Emily hidden to? So that's it. There's another nice bowl there. That came out quite nice. It's Coke bottle effect. It's all crackled. It's like a glass. It's one of my new glazes. It's bluestone mixed with wood ash. And let's see, the recipe for this is actually on the side of one of these tubs over here. Just come over here. I actually made 2 batches of it because I wanted to see if I had a difference between my wood ashes. So we have, that's just plain bluestone. All the glazes are handmade, homemade I mean. They're not bought. The only thing I buy is the feldspar and some of the other stuff. This is one of the new ones. I used old wood ash, 33% bluestone. The bluestone is over here. I'll show a picture of the bluestone. Where's the bluestone? Where's the bluestone? Is this it? Yeah, this is the bluestone. You go to a quarry where they cut the bluestone. It's Pennsylvania bluestone. It's probably called something else too. And when they cut it, the saw blade keeps it so fine. This will go through an 80 mesh sieve. And that's just purely how I get it, bluestone. I dry it out, and then I run it through a sieve, and then I use that as my mix. So this is one of the new ones I made using. What do we use? You use wood ash instead of using. Can't remember. Use wood ash. Where do we use wood ash instead of the feldspar? Can't remember. Got it written down. So this is the pottery. This is where we do a little hobby. Potter's wheel. Stuff waiting to be glazed. These little fun magnets I made from before. You screw them to the wall, and then you put your. Okay, so that's the end. What are you smiling about? And thank you for watching the video. And there's Emily disappearing into the house. And this is the pottery barn.